Good morning, everyone. Gurubhyo Ramaha. I am Dr. Gopichand, speaking from Bangalore. My talk is regarding pearls of Rudram with respect to health and well-being. Rudram comes in Rig Veda. It is taken from Krishna Yajurveda Taittiriya Samhita. It is a homage given to Rudra, and it is the most popular sutta. And it is also called Rudriyam, and it is by itself an Upanishad. Rudram has Namakam and Chamakam, each having 11 Anuvakas. The Namakam, in Namakam, it ends as it ends as Namo Namo, which is nothing but salutation, and in Chamakam, it ends as Chame Chame, meaning to me. By reciting Veda once, the person becomes pure on that day, but by reciting Rudra, the very next moment he gets purified. That is the power of Rudram. And Rudram is nothing but it is a litany to Rudra, and it starts with a prostration to Lord Parameshwara by the term Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. It starts with a salutation to Rudra. And Rudra is taken as God of gods and combines the power of all the gods, as the statement goes, Sarvohi Isha Rudraha. All the gods is nothing but Rudra. And Rudra is supposed to be the earliest physician, and also one of the ancient physicians and the best physician. And he has been involved as one of the prana giver. The prana shakti that flows in all living beings is attributed to him. That is Pranana Granthirasi. He is also described as Pashupati, as the lord of all animals, and is also involved in their well-being. It is possible to take the site relevant mantras from Rudram, which will refer to health, disease, and healing. The Chamakam furnishes completely the ideal of human happiness, and there are 347 benedictions that are prayed to be bestowed to the reciter or listener. These 347 items include food and other material requirements to achieve the highest spiritual goal. This paper deals with the relevant items that are connected to the well-being of the humans. And in Hinduism, all the Hindu texts speak of only one thing, that is the idea of entire Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, or any of the Hindu scriptures. They only tell how to reach the God. Our ultimate aim is to reach the God. That is our duty. That is our karma. And in order to reach the God, we have this vehicle, that is body. This body is the one, through the body we have to reach the God. And we have to take care of the body at all the times. And because the Atma is residing within the body. So with this introduction, I will come to the first Anuvaka. What is all there in the first Anuvaka? And the majority of the benedictions are found in the Chamakas rather than in the Namakas. So most of the attribute that we are requesting Rudra is found in the first in the Chamaka only. In the first Anuvaka, the prayer is made for the upkeep of the human body, energizing the internal equipments, sensory organs, mind, and external physical body. The human attributes, as I said earlier, are very essential for the successful harmonious performance of several tasks in everyday life. And as I told earlier, through this human body only we have to reach the God. That is to get the highest Purushartha, that is moksha. The first Purusha, the four Purusharthas, what is described in our scriptures, like Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, these are all to be achieved through this body only. So the first of all, the maintenance of this body is extremely important, and to keep the body in a good state is also very essential to achieve any of the Purusharthas that is prescribed in our Hindu scriptures. So in the first Chamaka, it starts like this: Om Agna Vishnu Sajosha Sema Vardantu Vangiraha. In this, Om Agna Vishnu means Om, salutations to Agni and Vishnu, requesting them to bestow the following. That is Vaja, Vajashtame, Vajas, Vajashtame, Prasavashtame, Priyatishtame, Prasitishtame, Titishtame, Kratushtame, Swarashtame, Shokashtame, Shravashtame, Shrutishtame, Jyotishtame. It's like this, it goes. So I want to give the meaning of, I want to describe the meaning of each thing. Vaja means food, Prasava means permission to consume the food, Prayati means auspiciousness of the food. Prasiti means appetite. Thiti means digestion. Kratu means sacrifices that promises the good. Swara means the chanting of the Vedic mantras, grammatical without any grammatical mistake. Shloka, Vedic hymns. Swara, pleasing voice. Shruti, ability to hear. Jyoti, for mental awareness. Suva, to reach the God's abode. And continue with apana, outward breath. Vyana, distributing prana. Asu, vitality of the breath. Chittam, asking the Rudra to give the pleasing mind. Adhitam means wisdom. Vak, power of speech. Mana, clear intellect. Chakshu, eyesight. Shrotram, hearing capacity. Daksha, in proper functioning of all organs. Bhalam, that is the strength. Voja, virility. Saha, overpowering capacity of the enemies. Then continuing in the same thing, Ayu, long life. First of all, long life is very important. You should have to attain anything in this world. You should have the long life. Even in any astrologer, before telling the astrological prediction, they will see first whether the individual has got any life, long life or not. If he has got the short life or something, they refuse to tell the astrological predictions also. So long life is extremely important to achieve the purusharthas. Jala, comfortable old age. Atma, godliness. Tanu, perfect body. Sharma, happiness. Varma, protecting the body. Angani means hands and legs. Asthani, perfect and well set bones. Purugumshi, joints. And Sharirani, excellent body. So in the first Anuvaka, the most of the attributes or the benedictions we are requesting Rudra goes to the body. Then coming into the second Anuvaka, here the salutations are recited for acquiring the intellectual and leadership qualities from the various functional aspects pertaining to the various organs and parts of the human body. So it goes in more in terms of mental and the other intellectual property, intellectual qualities like manya, the bestowing qualities to control untoward reactions to anger, the bhama, to sustain the negative reactions like anger, ama, in-depth insight, and kluptam, to make human journey pleasant and purposeful, klupti, to make judicious use of materials in life journey, mati means clear mind, sumati, dexterity in trading the difficult situations. And in the third Anuvaka, this is the most frequently recited Anuvaka. It goes like this. Chamchame, Mayashchame, Priyanchame, Anukamaschame, Kamaschame, Saumanasachame, Badranchame, Shreyashchame, Vasashchame, like that. So in the each meaning of each word is Sham means happiness, Maya means heavenly happiness, Priyam, all the pleasing we ask Rudra to give all pleasing objects, Anukama, tempting objects, Kama, all desires, Saumanasas is tranquil mind, Badram, wisdom, Shreya, virtuous in this world, Vyasashame, comfortable dwelling house, Yashashame is success, Bhaga, wealth, Dravinam, huge wealth, Yantachame, guidance from teachers and elders, Dhrata, steadfastness, Kshema, ability to protect property and assets, Dhruti, steadfastness, Vishwam, cooperation from other people, and Maha, great respect from this Mahashchame, like Samvichame, proficiency in Vedas and Shastras, Atranchame, ability to understand the Vedas, Suchame, ability to control offsprings, Siranchame, agricultural activity, Prasuchame, good administration, Laya, ability to prevent destruction, Rutam, truth, Amrutam, immortality, Ayakshamam, ability to prevent diseases, Anamayashchame means ability to manage the diseases. Dirgha Yatvanchame to bestow longevity. Abhayamchame to protect from danger. Sugam, easy life. Shayanam to have a peaceful sleep. Suchachame to have nice morning. Sudinanchame that means to have a comfortable day. So these are all the benediction that we are asking through the third Anuvaka. And fourth Anuvaka deals with different names and varieties of grains, and we need not go into that. And in the fifth Anuvaka, it deals with the precious stones and animals. Pushtam, to bestow huge abundant wealth. Pushti chame, to bestow well-built and healthy body. Karma, ability to perform various actions. Kriti, energy required to conduct various activities. Artha, consequences of such rituals. And the sixth Anuvaka is more of asking benediction with Arthindram, that is along with the uh, salutations to Indra. Seventh and eighth Anuvaka deals with Yagna rituals. Ninth Anuvaka enumerates the power of purpose and Diksha. So they're not connected with the you know particularly connected with well-being and health. And coming to the tenth Anuvaka, invocation for all is made in the tenth Anuvaka. Uh, Invocation is made for all biological species to cooperate in the daily life, and also involves prayers for perfection of principal prana energy. That is for and our senses, mind, soul. The relevant portions are enumerated like Arya Rignena Kalpatam. Let long life occur by performing sacrifices and yagnas. Prana Yagnena Kalpatam. Let there be pranic energy. Apana Yagnena Kalpatam. Apana, let bestowment of Apana energy. Vyana energy, Chakshur Yagnena Kalpatam, to bestowment of eye sense. Shrutram means hearing energy. Mano Yagnena Kalpana, bestowment of mind energy. For everything, the mind is important. Vak Yagnena Kalpatam, bestowment of speech. Atma Yagnena Kalpatam, Atma energy. Yagna Yagnena Kalpatam, let there be bestowment of Yagna energy for performance of many more Yagnas. That's what we are asking the Rudra. Then in the conclusion portion, Shanti Pata, again there are some benedictions that we are requesting while reciting the Rudra. That is in the relevant portions, not the entire thing. Mama Higumsi, let there not be any suffering to me. Madhumanishe, let the pleasant thoughts come to me. Like and Madhu Janishe, let pleasant actions happen through me. These are all the benediction that we are requesting from Rudra. Like Asatoma Satkamaya, Madhuvaksha, me, let the present situation be seen by me. Madhuvadishyami, let my speech be very pleasant. Madhumatim Devebhyo, let's like honey to Devas, let me be like honey to Devas. Udyasyam, let pleasant and sweet words be spoken by me. Like that. And in concluding, let me stay pleasant and happy situation. Manushebhya, to all the persons and with whom I contact, let me have a very pleasant situation. And Tanma, let me be that kind of person. And Deva, to all gods. Avantu Shobhaye, let them enlighten and make my speech enjoyable and without errors. We are requesting gods to make my speech very enjoyable. Pitaro, in connection with my forefathers. Anumadantu, let everyone agree and feel glad with me. That's what we require. So the people should not be, repulsed by our presence or by our talk or by our actions. Let them all the people, because we cannot complete the journey in this life or in this planet alone. We have to take the help of so many people, help of friends, family, people, friends, teachers, the other people who are also who may be connected or who may not be connected. We require all their help and their blessings to reach the goal. So in this Rudram, we are asking Rudra uh, to bestow all those things. So in conclusion, we can say that Rudra is the god of gods who promises to make the human take humans towards immortality. He is the one who will take us to immortality. Rudra bestows the serenity of mind, which is essential to tackle the stress and strain of present life. Rudra, with his benevolence, grant us health, strong body organs, bones, joints, skin, etc. And let Rudra bestow all luxuries, comforts, wealth, happiness, safe and secure life that are essential to have a comfortable and peaceful life, peaceful sleep. And Rudra is the life force of Prana Shakti within us and drives all sense organs like eyes, ears, skin, taste, speech, and organs of action such as arms, legs, as well as the activities of mind, intellect, and memory. Rudra also overlooks the subtle activities like initiative, the mental activities which are so essential for our everything in this world is born twice. But first it takes origin in our mind and then it comes out. So we are asking Rudra to give that inner capacity to come let thoughts like initiative, patience, courage, fortitude, perseverance, endurance, etc., which are all very essential to initiate and not only to initiate and to take to a logical end any endeavor or an undertaking in our life. We must start the things, but we have to take it to a logical end. For that, all these qualities are required. Otherwise, we will get stuck in some place and we may not reach our goal. And also, we are requesting for qualities needed to face any obstacles. It is not that even though you have got all the help and all the capacity, there are some known or unknown obstacles or difficulties that may crop up, that may prevent us to reach our goal. And we are asking Rudra to remove all those obstacles or to help us to overcome those obstacles in the difficult situation so that we can reach our goal. So ultimately, Rudram is the mantra that extols the various vagaries of nature or universe, both manifest and unmanifest. So many things are manifest. Sometimes so many things happen without our knowledge, without giving any reason. So that there are unmanifested things. We don't know why it happens. The benevolence influence of them may be granted to us by His divine grace. Ultimately, Rudra is a Maheshwara and he is the Parameshwara. He is resting in the heart of all of us, and we ask him, we, we request for his to bestow his grace on all of us. So this is my talk, and I will conclude with my this thing talk here. Om Tat Sat. Thank you.